everybody. Welcome to our next Book-ineering book talk. So, like we did last month, we're going to book talk the book instead of doing a book club discussion, so that if you haven't read it yet, it's okay. We're not going to spoil it for you. So this month, our book is Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing by Judy Blume. This was one of my favorite books growing up, and I still like to go back and reread the series. It's the first book out of the Fudge series, and this one is a realistic fiction about Peter Hatcher and his life with his little brother Fudge, whose real name is Farley Drexel Hatcher. So which name would you prefer, Fudge or Farley? That one's a tough choice, isn't it? Peter is 9 years old, and Fudge is 2 years old, going on 3. And this book takes place during his year in 4th grade, Peter's year in 4th grade. And all he wants to do is survive the 4th grade. But with Fudge for a brother, life is extra challenging. Now, don't get me wrong, Peter does love his brother, but like all toddlers, sometimes Fudge can be a handful. So while you're reading, or if you've already finished, here are some questions, some things for you to think about. So this book was originally published in 1972, which is a long time ago. It was almost 50 years ago. So how are things different in Peter's world than they are in yours? And how are they similar? Because that's one of the things that I love about this book is even though it was published so long ago, you can kind of still relate to parts of it today. And the next one is, do you have a younger brother or sister? And what's your relationship with them like? How is it different or similar to Peter and Fudge's relationship? What would you do if Fudge was your little brother? And there are lots of times when Peter thinks he's not treated very fairly compared to Fudge. And what do you think? Is Fudge treated better than Peter, or are they treated fairly but just in different ways? And so, think about those questions while you read the book. And one of the things you're going to see in this book is Peter has a pet turtle named Dribble, but now it's actually illegal to keep little turtles as a pet, and you'll see why when you read the book. And do you agree with that or not? So, are you ready for our activity today? I have my own little pet turtle here. I made my own version of Dribble. He's an origami turtle, and I'm going to show you how to make one of those. So you start with a piece of paper, and if you have origami paper, that's perfect. But if you don't, you need your paper to be a square, and I'm going to show you a real easy way to do that. So if you fold your paper into a triangle so that the edges at the top are perfectly in line, and crease it really well, and then you have this extra bit on the bottom. You just take a pair of scissors and you trim that off. So that you have a triangle. And that, then you open it back up and we have a square. Okay. So now that you have your square, you're going to fold it in half to make a triangle, but it's going to be folded the opposite way of the first fold. So when you finish, you should have your triangle with the crease running up the middle. So, which is perfect because for the next step, you are going to fold the sides in just like this, and the crease in the middle gives you a perfect guide for where they're gonna go. You do both sides so that you have a diamond. And so then you're going to take one of the ends, and you're going to fold it back up, just like that. Fold the other side back up. You still have a diamond, but now this side has the two flaps, and you're going to make his legs by folding about halfway down your triangle, so you have a little point that sticks off the edge, and you repeat on the other side, and make sure you crease it really well so that it'll stay folded. And there are his two front legs, and then to do the back legs, you're gonna take a pair of scissors and you're gonna cut only one layer, because you have two layers on the back end. You're gonna cut only one layer and just halfway, so you can fold his back legs. Now, in traditional origami, you actually aren't supposed to use any scissors or glue, and so this is actually a technique called kirigami, which is using scissors to help making a cut in the paper to help with your folds. So now there is our turtle with his four legs, and you're going to take the two side points and fold them in to the center, just like that. And fold the other side. And if you need to, if you make your creases really well, they'll stay flat, but if you feel like you need to, you can add a little piece of tape or some glue there to hold it down. And we are almost done with our turtle. So now, to do his head, fold in one point, and then fold it back out. And for his tail, you can either leave it like that, or if you want him to have a little tail that just pokes out some, you can do the same with his tail. And there is your turtle. And don't forget, you can add eyes if you want. You can draw a pattern on his shell. You can decorate it however you want it to go. And there is our origami turtle, and he's gonna go in our little turtle bowl with our the sample turtle. And so now for your challenge. So after you've made your origami turtle, we're gonna challenge you to create a device to protect your turtle from Fudge, because Fudge likes to go into Peter's room when he's not supposed to, and he especially likes to play with Dribble, Peter's pet turtle. So create a device to give some kind of warning that Fudge is playing with the turtle, or some kind of device to lock down the turtle so that Fudge can't get to him. Whatever you want to come up with. And if you want, you can share it with us in the comments, send us a message, let us know what you've created, and hope you really enjoy the book Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. And don't forget to keep going with the rest of the Fudge series, because they are a really great series of books. And have a great summer.